It's been a hectic and rumor-filled week with WWE, so we'll go over the latest news there. We'll also check out the latest from Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn's story, and more. Let's start things off with the latest update on the status of WWE. This all started with the January 6th return to the WWE from Vince McMahon. Wall Street Journal broke the story, and they even revealed right from the start that Vince McMahon's main goal during his return to the company was to fully sell the company by some point in mid to late 2023. Then fast forward a few days later, and Stephanie McMahon announced that she was stepping down from her role as co-CEO. Stephanie McMahon was given this new position of being the co-CEO in summer 2022, following the retirement of Vince McMahon. But before Vince McMahon's retirement, Stephanie did say that she was taking some time away from WWE just to be at home and spend time with the family. So her little hiatus away from WWE had to be canceled due to the circumstances that surrounded Vince McMahon's retirement and how someone was needed to take the spot. So it now looks like with Vince McMahon being somewhat back in the fold, it looks like Stephanie McMahon is once again trying to take this hiatus away from the company. Some fans were still looking deep into Stephanie's announcement, wondering if there was a disagreement or something else that led to her stepping down. But nothing else has been reported so far. Stephanie McMahon also revealed that she just had ankle surgery as well. So she'll also be recovering from that procedure during her time off. And after the news of Stephanie McMahon stepping away settled down, more rumors of WWE being sold started appearing like wildfire on Twitter. It all started when the usual wrestling journalists were all hinting at something big that just went down. But like a lot of fans pointed out, journalists in other sports just give you the news and drop the story right away. But in the wrestling journalist industry, they all tease this story with series of weird and cryptic tweets, and it takes forever for them to actually report on the story. But the word about what they were all cryptically tweeting on eventually got out. The story was on how WWE has allegedly been sold to Saudi Arabia, how the company was going back to being private, and so much more other details. Even the usual reliable sources were all reporting on this rumor, and it seemed real there for a while. But by the time the next morning rolled around, it turned out that WWE had not been sold to Saudi Arabia yet, and how they were still shopping around and looking at all possible offers. One of the other big potential landing spots for WWE is Disney as well. Disney is reportedly one of the top organizations that could purchase WWE and place the company under their umbrella. So there's a lot of potential buyers, but nothing has been inked down quite yet. The report still claims that the company will most likely be sold sometime in 2023. It's also being reported that Triple H held a talent meeting before the January 13th edition of SmackDown. With all the growing purchase rumors and news of Vince McMahon's return to the company, there was a lot of uncertainty amongst the fans and even the talent themselves. According to Fightful, Triple H told the talent that the creative procedure from over the last few months will not be changing. He said that he may have certain creative conversations with Vince McMahon about certain creative related things, but how Vince McMahon is still leaving Triple H with the final say for all things related to WWE Creative. So at least for the time being, nothing appears to be changing from the creative perspective. When Vince McMahon first came back, he stated in the press release that he had no intentions to get involved with the management teams, and Triple H reinforced that same news to the talent. It looks like Vince McMahon will be willing to lend an ear and give Triple H some advice and thoughts about WWE Creative, but everything is still Triple H's call to make. So that's the latest for the time being. The next big change to the WWE could be taking place after the purchase, and depending on who the new owners turn out to be. There was even reports that Tony Khan and the Khan family were even keeping a close eye on the situation of WWE being up for sale. Some reports said that they would like to merge both rosters from AEW and WWE. There was a lot of mixed fan reactions to that report as well. So we'll have to see what happens next with this situation of WWE being up for sale, and which company will make that massive purchase. Now let's get back into everything new with the Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns storyline. This story picked up with Sami Zayn once again approaching the Bloodline's locker room. He's greeted by Paul Heyman, who comes out of the room. Sami wants to go in and talk about strategy for the main event later on in the night with the guys. But that's when Paul Heyman drops a bombshell on Sami Zayn. Heyman reveals that none of the Bloodline members are backstage at SmackDown. We then get right back into Roman and Heyman's manipulation and mind games with Sami Zayn. Heyman says that if they had Sami Zayn go out to the ring with the rest of the Bloodline members, it'll look like they're doubting Sami's ability to take care of Kevin Owens on his own. So out of love and belief in Sami, they wanted him to go out to the ring and handle Kevin Owens on his own. So again, just seems like there's not the entire truth there. It looks like Roman held the Bloodline members back from walking out with Sami because he really wants to see how Sami handles Kevin Owens on his own. He doesn't want the other Bloodline members to do all the heavy work on Kevin Owens. He wants Sami to do everything to see what he does and how he treats Kevin Owens during the match, which Roman could all be doing to possibly get more intel on where Sami's loyalty stands. Sami and Kevin Owens then meet backstage before the match. Kevin tries telling Sami Zayn that Roman and the Bloodline are just using him, and how Roman is now literally taking days off work while Sami handles his dirty work for him. Sami argues that it's a family bond, and Kevin Owens is just jealous and should have stayed on Raw. That gets us to the main event. Sami Zayn is seconds away from picking up the win on Kevin Owens, when all of a sudden, the Bloodline members appear from the crowd and beat down Kevin Owens, which of course causes a disqualification and technically gives the win to Kevin Owens. And a lot of fans are confused on why the Bloodline would interfere with the result of this match, especially if it was a big test for Sami Zayn. It's not like Sami was about to lose when they jumped in. Sami was actually well in control of the match, so why jump in at that time? Well, fans feel like that last-second interference could be another small test for Sami Zayn. Maybe Roman wanted to see what Sami's reaction would be towards his win being pulled from him and witnessing an unexpected beatdown of Kevin Owens firsthand. Sami Zayn did calmly confront the Usos on why they interfered when he was handling his business, but the Usos were all smiles and said that they did it for him. So it's a tough spot for Sami Zayn right now because obviously something is being hidden from him. He has every Bloodline member lying and smiling in his face, when clearly something bigger has to be going on. So now the next thing we'll have to wait on is Roman's reaction and explanation for what happened there in the closing moments of that Sami and Kevin Owens match. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.